Hello there, gamers everywhere. I'm Swift92, and yes, I have been absent for a while now, but I'm here again, and I have tried Blacktail. Blacktail
Once
is
upon a
a
time,
adventure
there
game
were
set
two twin
in,
sisters,
well, I have no idea. They
Flora
don't mention a year actually.
and
It's
Yaga.
set a few hundred years ago, or even
It was
longer
well
at least.
past curfew.
It tells the tale
My
of
sister
the
sneaked out of the
young
village.
witch Baba
I
Yaga,
followed
but
her,
in this she
as I
is
always
only
did.
known as Yaga. The story focuses on
I took
Yaga's
my bow.
search for her twin sister, actually. And, well, I have to say, the story is kind of interesting because at the same time as you're
Yaga,
trying to find your
I'm
sister,
coming.
something else or someone else is
First,
communicating with you, talking to you, trying to guide you in a way, uh, more like persuade you into doing things that you maybe don't really want to do, but
I
anyway.
always make.
Uh, that's also where the moral system in this game comes in, but we'll talk about that in a short while. Now, the story,
Flora
I
is
haven't
always up to
done much,
something.
but the
Can
story
you see it?
progresses quite nicely, and
Look,
it's told
the
through
tree,
very
the red
beautiful
oak, the red oak.
art style, I say. The cutscenes are very nice indeed, I have to say. Well, from what the little I have seen, that is.
Take a good
The
look
art
at it.
style, both in the
If
world
anything
when
bad
playing and in
happens,
the cutscenes, are very
always
nice
head
indeed.
straight to the red
I do
oak.
like the sky in when
I
you're
will meet
actually
you
playing
there.
because the clouds they don't look
Zora?
realistic. They actually look
Was
like
it you?
hand drawn, like they do on paper
Can't
when you were
stand a
5 years old.
second without a
Same
leash
with the
around your
sun.
neck.
I love that.
How
It looks
about you
really,
finally go down your
I don't know,
own path?
cartoony and nice and like different. It makes the entire game look very different in a sense
I
because
I didn't
I'm
want
not
to.
used to seeing that in
No.
such a high realistically looking
Well,
game
how
because
much
the rest
longer
of the
you
world
want to
looks
be
very
a nobody?
realistic and the
You just
graphics are
follow
very
in your sister's
nice.
footsteps,
So I
and I'll
was
follow you go
kind
when
of
she's not
confused and
around.
shocked when I saw that, but I do like it. It looks really nice that way. But there, I am not playing on high, or I'm not playing on the highest setting for my graphics. I'm on high, and I believe there was also epic in graphics quality, so this is not the highest
I keep
settings.
having nightmares.
I am doing fine though, no
Years
crashes
of
and no
life keep
bugs
on
so
spinning like
far.
thread.
I can mention that the game came out on the 15th, so it's only been a day, maybe two when you're seeing this. So yeah, there's not much to talk about else about the visuals. They look very nice.
What I
Let's
call
move
a
on
good
to the
adventure.
world. The world is very,
Ugh, you're the giant
well,
mushrooms I heard
so
about in
far
all the
very
folk tales.
foresty.
I never thought it
I've
turned
seen
out
a
to
lot
be
of forest
real,
and a
though.
few
And what are
different
you?
kind of
Oh,
creatures,
oh,
and
shoot. A
I
human
mean,
girl. And
just
she's
look at the
hot.
screen. I have
Tremble
found a few
before our
different
might,
creatures that I
puny
just
mortal.
want to
Soon
scratch my head, and
the
then I just
rivers will
say,
flow
what
with
the
the blood
heck?
of all who dare to
Let's go
oppose
with that.
the
Why not?
eternal
It,
empire of lands.
it's
I
the character
I beg your
designs, or
mercy, my queen
for what
empress.
I've seen of
Enough!
many of the
Show me
enemies
the
and other
way to the
characters,
human
are,
settlement, so I
I
can
have to say,
lead my
quite
merciless army
amazing, really.
and pour my
I love
wrath
the
upon
design,
them.
actually. Uh, I haven't seen anything like it before, and
Those
it looks really
rivers of
nice.
blood don't really sound too
The
good to
voice
me.
acting for these characters is
There will
also
be
very
no
nice,
alliance
and they do
between
fit
us
the
and
overall
Queen.
world
Soon
of
all
the
will know the
very
true
magical
meaning
world,
of
but at the
horror.
same time, I feel like this surprises Yaga as you progress, like these talking mushrooms, talking ants, which, well, obviously why shouldn't it? But at the same time, I feel like, are these the only talking mushrooms and talking ants in the world? She hasn't seen
It looks like it
anything like
wants the
this
fruit.
before. I mean, at the start we can see that we're not too far away from her village, so I don't know. That s- seems weird. Maybe they have only started to show themselves to her now. She does seem to know what a spirit is, so maybe she have seen those earlier. I don't know. But
That's my good deed for the day.
the world is it's very nice looking. It's really, shall we say, magical. Let's go with magical. I'm looking very much forward to seeing more
It's
of
a
the
big
world.
one.
I'm hoping to see more
Heading
than
to the
just
dam.
forests, of course, like ruins, villages, and so on and so forth. Let's see, what else? Oh yeah, character, Baba, Yaga, Yaga. There, she's only Yaga now, and well, there isn't much to say about her this early on. Good voice acting, and I do like what I'm seeing so far from her. She's quite the basic character so far. She's looking for her sister. She doesn't know what to do, but she's very curious. She's very young still, so
Rope's next
she
spider
has this
can kill in
curious
seconds. I better
sense that
fix
she
myself an
wants to.
antidote.
I
Fix my
shouldn't do
hands.
that, but maybe I can check it, and it shouldn't take too long like that. There are some issues when exploring though, when because I forgot to mention this for the world, but exploring it's not an open world. It's semi-open. You can choose different paths to take, and you can walk into different things. But there are things to shoot down from the trees. Then you go and pick them up, use for crafting, I believe. But the problem is sometimes when we shoot
A
them down,
village.
they fall on behind
I
and
can't go
down from the
back.
trees, and
Not without
there's
Zora.
no way to get them, or very. It's hard to navigate through this some of the thick brushes and such because it's like I'm not supposed to
It's
be able to
tough.
go there, but at the
It'll need
same
more than one
time,
shot.
this thing that I just shot down landed on behind on the other side. How am I supposed to get it? Why can I shoot it down? Why is it sitting there? Because yeah, so on. It's not a real big issue, but it's there. It's worth mentioning that the environment isn't fully developed, I would like to say. There are some issues there. But overall,
So
it's
far, so good.
nothing big, really. As for Yaga,
I have to catch the
you
flames to
can
roast the
upgrade
meat.
her like in a skill tree with a cauldron.
Looks fun.
It's I haven't you have to unlock uh, new skills and such by finding papers, like unlocking a skill through finding them out in the world, which is fine by me. I like that. It entices me to
Looking for a
explore
lost sister.
even more than I would have before,
Is
I
that
think.
her?
Yeah.
It's a lost
I
spirit.
love exploring, so I would probably have explored anyway, but it's a nice way to give me a real goal towards to explore, to get new skills, to get stronger. This is also true for, of course, the you need crafting material to get these skills, and for that you will need to explore.
What the hell is wrong
I
with
haven't
this forest?
unlocked anything in skill tree except for the first thing that you get to unlock, which is kind of,
Hmm.
shall we say, lackluster because there's a lot. You need a lot of things to unlock the abilities, but
The one
I'm
we
looking
saw
forward to
3 years
exploring
ago.
this and see
The same that haunts my every
what I
dream.
can get. Because right now it's nothing
I
special
just
really,
have to
but
storm the house.
it's a nice way of doing it. I mean, it doesn't ruin the game, but it does add to it in a sense, and it also makes sense for the world and character. So there's that. Now let's see what else do we have? Different
No hissing,
characters,
huh?
world, combat. Ooh,
Rust.
combat. So far
It's
only a
trembling.
bow, and
Oh,
not much to say there. You you charge up, you fire. Not much to say. It's more difficult than you would think actually, because you can only carry 9 arrows. You can craft more on the fly, but you can't take much damage. So if you happen to have, so you happen to go into a combat where there's a lot of enemies, well, sorry to say, you will die. And then the saving is, if I have gone to a place and collected something and I happen to die, well, that thing that I collected, I will have to go back for that. And I don't like having to do that
finally.
because
I
I
can
have
feel
explored
something.
there already. But at the same time, it does make sense because if I die and come back to life, I shouldn't have explored that thing, I guess. Depending on what kind of the lore you have for the game, of course. But it's really annoying. It's really annoying. I have to go back and
The
doing
forest
things
has been
over and over
crawling
and
with
over
us
again if I
lately.
happen to die over and over and over again without saving. The only way to save is by going up to these like altars and give an offering, a flower. Then the game is saved. I wonder if you can do that multiple times on the same altar. I don't know. That's interesting. But I also noticed that
It can
when I
save
die,
your
I do get to
sorriness.
respawn at
You gotta
some
learn
kind of
every
checkpoint, I
way
believe.
to crawl out of
It's
your
not
own
always
grave.
at the altar where I last saved, so there is some kind of autosave in the game as well. I don't trust that though. Weird, huh? What else can we say about the game? Ah, yes, the moral system. I almost forgot about that. The moral system in this game is very. It's it's there, but it's not something you think of all the time because the game takes into account everything you seem to do. Because, for example, saw this little hedgehog, and my character, Yaga, mentioned that little critter, and then I went up to it and
I think I know
interacted, and
this
it said,
place. I was
my
here,
Yaga
like,
said like, oh, he wants the
it's
fruit.
been a year now.
So I shot down the fruit
Painful
and got
memories.
good moral points for that.
Good.
But
Pain means you're
later
not
on,
dead.
you use
Yet.
feathers to craft arrows. You can find a lot of feathers on the ground, but I decided I'm gonna shoot this bird, see if that works. So I shot the bird, and I got the feathers. But I also got bad moral points, or whatever you want to call it.
Are wasps
And
that big?
that was a little
Willow
bit
what?
surprising. I didn't even think about it because I
The
didn't notice
sinister
it.
lights leading you
And then I
straight
saw
to hell.
this kind of plant
Willow
that
wasps.
captured a
I
bird,
like it.
and I could go up to it and free the bird. I could have probably just shot the bird through the plant as
Finders
well, but
keepers.
I went up and freed the bird instead. So the bird flew away and I got good moral points, and I did that twice. So the moral system in this is kind of hidden, but it's there, and I'm curious as to how it will affect the overall story. Looking forward to seeing what that will entail, but by playing different ways. I did notice that if you go into
The
the
delicial
journal
thought of
or the
shooting
menu for your
star.
character, you can see the kind of moral page, and there you can see what you have done and what you have done to earn different points. And that's also interesting. You can kind of like keep track of your good deeds and bad deeds. So if you're walking the straight path, the good path, yeah, take care at what you do and who you interact with and what you say, because it could be something bad. Just keep that in mind. Uh, the fine line, the fine line. I'm looking very much forward to exploring more of this game because I've just scraped the surface. I just peeled the outer layer of the game, and I'm looking very much forward to playing much, much, much more of this. It's pretty cheap game. It's on Steam for now. It's about 25 bucks, and because it's a little bit cheaper now, but full price is about 30. So get it while you can, or get it while it's cheaper, I should say. I've been Swift92. Have a great life, and hope to see you in future videos. Bye bye.